Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, cherisher and sustainer of the universe, and may His choicest blessings be upon His final messenger, Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, his family, his companions, radiallahu anhum, and all those who follow him. Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaba, and welcome once again to Benoni. Sights and sounds of Benoni. We are an outside shoot with this wonderful sister Fatima Fatima Sheikh Bayat, wife of Huzail, and we're at the Marinado, which is their shop. And now we were just talking before the break, before we started rather, that this business was started, Marinado was started during lockdown. But it's not stopping there, something else is on the cards.
We will have our second store being open at Lakeview Junction number 2, which is currently being built. A little teaser I would like to give away. It is a dessert, Asian and chill lounge.
Wow, that's something that the youth want to,
it's more for the youngsters and for the older ladies who would like to buy the general merchandise as well. So your nuts, your meats and chicken and all of that will be stocked in our fridge and freezers.
Right, okay.
Inshallah, we'll have all of those
something with
products.
a difference. And this is what Quick and Easy Cooking is all about. And this Quick and Easy slot in ITV and Sayyid Global Production, joint production, is not just bring you quick and easy cooking, but the stories behind it, the success stories of businesses, the success stories of those whose businesses went down after lockdown but came up much more stronger in other ways, like Marinado and the future ones that you have on the cards. So we'd like to congratulate Sister Fatima Bayat once again. They were part of a franchise before that. But yes, now they've got their own and really, really booming. Alhamdulillah, Allah giving greater success and barakah, inshallah. Ameen. Great health, inshallah, because health is a rare treasure these days. So, out of the program, we always tell you about our quick and easy recipe book. Please excuse the background sounds. We are doing a shoot in the outside. This quick and easy book has many tried and tested recipes. It goes under beautiful headings: rice dishes, salads, soups, etc. And it's very easy to find your way in the book. And there are also household hints in it. You can obtain it. I've sent to ITV offices, and you can contact Sister Aisha Latif in respect to these books. I think they go for 100 Rand. It's a perfect gift for Muharram as well as for any other time. So do keep it with you, and we hope to put it online soon. So on with the program. Today we're back at Marinado.
Yes.
And we always say quick and easy to make life easy, right? So it's unlike those days where you had to go and catch the prawns and clean it and masala it. Here we have it now ready, and this is part of your marinade.
Yes, this is part of actually our marinade. So we have this in our store.
Right.
We have either queen, king or medium prawns already marinated for you. So the only thing that you have to do is basically defrost it, follow the instructions here, cook it, sauce it, done, plate it.
And you're going to show us how to do
And I'm going to show you every step.
Do you want to tell us some of the ingredients in here?
Some of the ingredients are secret. However, I will let you know a few of it. We have our oils, our chilies, our garlic, and some of our, like our salts and our dana jeera, stuff like that inside. One of our main ingredients is chilies.
Okay.
Yes. However, we can't tell you where we sourced our chilies from.
Okay, there are some trade secrets we're not going to talk about, right?
Yes.
But you can obtain whatever size prawns you want marinated from Marinado.
In medium, mild or hot.
Medium, mild or hot. And it's king, queen and?
Medium prawns.
Medium prawns,
yes.
Okay. Fantastic. So we're doing what prawns today? Queen?
Today we are doing queen prawns in our medium sauce.
Right.
Because my husband likes medium sauce, so I decided to go with
we always take the middle part. In Islam, we don't go to either extreme.
Yes. We have to settle something and compromise.
Yes, definitely. So that's what it looks like.
So this is what our prawns looks like. It's already have been marinated, cleaned, deveined. The shell is still on because the reason why we keep our shell on is to retain moisture.
Okay.
Once you remove the shell comes out. All the lovely juices that has been stored inside that prawn will then go away, and then the prawn will become dry.
Yeah.
So we cook we cook our prawns for less than 10 minutes because I personally don't like my prawn fully cooked.
Okay.
Because once you take it off the stove, it still cooks in its heat.
Right.
So after it's been cooking in its heat, we'll cook it even further than what it's supposed to have been cooking.
Okay.
So then you want it nice and juicy and moist.
Fantastic. And so the ingredients that you...
So the ingredients we have is
Let's start. I see you've got, after your marinade, you've got chips.
We have our chips prepared already. We have it salted, spiced and already dressed with some herbs. we have our rice, our spicy rice.
That's interesting.
Gee, our spicy rice is very familiar to Marinado restaurant in
Yes.
Lakefield.
Yes. Okay. And yes, we've got our portable stove as well.
Yes,
so.
we have our portable stove. We are ever ready to go anywhere and cook.
Yes, definitely.
Our garnishes, we have our spring onion,
Right.
lemons, and our parsley, and our marinated sauce, of course, our secret marinated sauce,
Right.
and some oil just to get going.
Okay.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. So,
Right.
and some water
And
as well.
some water. The water is just to rinse off any excess on my fingers because I don't like to be messy.
Oh, yes, we've got to tell you, this designer cook is very fussy the way she
I
does.
cook in my beautiful clothes. I don't wear aprons.
Neither. Never worn an apron in the cooking. It's something to think about. Why don't we wear an apron? Because we cook so well.
So well.
So, okay, mashallah.
Inshallah.
So fantastic. So very fancy houses, mashallah. You know, my mother-in-law would have loved this because she used to say, you know, Shamshad comes all dressed up, cooking, you know, in the kitchen in the morning after Fajr. I'm dressed with my clothes, etc. And before my husband comes, I make my wuzu ready for him. So alhamdulillah. So let's say, and what if you're wondering what that is?
This is our lobster. Our lobster is not marinated because when we prepare it, we put it directly on the stove,
Right.
on the pan, and that's when you put your sauce drizzle over it after it has been
And the
cooked.
reason we're not showing it now because of the second half of the program.
Yes.
So now we're starting with our prawns, which
Yes.
is already done. So making cooking very easy. Your plate is on already,
Yes,
right?
my plate is on already. I'm going to add my oil just to give my pan the ability not to
you see.
stick.
Yeah. Okay.
So I put it around a tablespoon of oil. You can use coconut oil or
Olive
even butter or olive oil, whatever healthy oil that you prefer.
Okay. And then
This is our marinated prawns. I actually prefer to use my hands, so I'm going to be using my fingers.
Sure.
You must place your prawn flesh side down.
Wow. Interesting, hey? There's a lot of background sound, so you don't even have to talk for this. There's quite a few other shops around here. It's making your life easier, Fatima.
Gee,
Fantastic. So it's basically butterfly style.
it's just basically butterfly style prawns.
Right,
This prawns comes, if I'm not mistaken, in 25s,
right.
and that will be enough to feed a family.
Yes. it
And
would
you
be.
serve it with basically your spicy rice and your chips, or whatever
Fantastic.
side that you prefer. Some people prefer stir fry or even sweet potato fries.
Fantastic.
So this will cook for around 7 to 8 minutes,
Okay.
and then I will flip it on the skin side as well for another 2 minutes, and then we're done. We'll be ready to plate.
And you serve it.
And then you
that's
serve it.
fantastic. And I suppose the lobster will take a bit more time.
The lobster will take a bit more time. The cooking time of the lobster is around 35 minutes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good to be well cooked on a slow
Yes.
heat.
To be well cooked on a high heat.
On a high heat?
On a high heat.
I've
because-
never really cooked lobster.
Really,
Never.
I always like to cook my lobsters on a high heat because that actually retains the juices inside, and you won't want to cook it on a slow heat because it will become rubbery.
Right.
Yes.
Now, the only time that I really saw them making it is years ago when my husband was fasting in Cape Town.
Okay.
It's a long day, and I said, no man, this man now deserves a fantastic iftar. So we
Gee.
took him to Bismillah restaurant and
Alright.
ordered him lobsters and crayfish.
Wow.
Loved it absolutely because it's the first time he's eaten. It's the first time we ate, so fantastic. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. So how we know our prawns is ready to flip? It will turn pink
Right.
because it has been grey before it's cooked. So it will turn pink, then we can turn it around.
Okay. The aroma is divine, I must say, Fatima. Aroma
Jazakallah.
is fabulous. Parvez just had his lunch with us, my husband's birthday lunch. Now he's hungry. He's getting hungry with the smell of the prawns.
This is the honors and the special thanks goes to my husband. It's his secret marinade ingredients. So thank you, my husband, Mr. Fuzail Bayat.
You see how important it is to be loving husband. You're cooking, there'll be barakah in there. Inshallah. There's quite a few cars popping up and down, so please excuse the
Excuse the
sounds
noise.
and sights. So while that's getting done, So as you prepare, then you put it into a platter.
As we prepare them, we put it into our platter. At home, sometimes I don't like to plate it in a bowl. I like to actually pack my rice into a small little cup and turn it over onto the plate so it looks very fancy.
Fancy, yes, I'm sure.
So our prawns are done.
Wow. Subhanallah. Everyone's going to come to Marinado because the aroma is permeating the entire parking area right now. How's the aroma for it? Fantastic, eh? Some more of that.
Some more prawns. This is our last batch.
This plate is quite warm, right?
It is quite warm. It's very hot actually.
Okay. So you do 5 at a time or 6 at a time?
In my kitchen in Marinado, we do all these prawns
At one time.
At one, because we have a very big grill. However, you can also put this on a braai stand. I love putting this on a braai stand. My husband and I love braais. We always braai. So we put this on our braai stand directly onto the grill.
You see? They say, once you work with your passion, there's not a day you will work.
Yeah.
Right? So once you do what you like, there's not a day you're going to be working. So you
Especially with the
actually
person
living
that you
your
love.
passion.
Yes, especially with the person that you love the most.
Oh wow. Youth and love and all spirits you lost up. But there's an example of it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant you long, healthy, pious life. We can, in a few moments, we're going to take a break. But just before that, Sister is going to be turning this and showing us the finished product, inshallah, of the prawns. But as she said, it's got a grill on one side. And then you got to turn it, it's got a grill on the other side. And the secret is not to overcook it.
Yes, not to overcook it.
So that's, and the story that, I like your pan though, it's quite thick base.
Yes, it is our non-stick pan. It's a cast iron grill pan.
Okay.
Yes, so that gives it that nice char grill.
And the best utensil to cook in is iron.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Iron is actually from Allah. It's not on earth. You know, iron is not from earth, it's from Allah. A meteorite, probably Allah sent a meteorite and then man designed utensils out of iron, and they're actually very healthy to have in, not aluminium.
Yes, not
so
aluminium.
It's a good cooking tip that if you want the best food, not to get any of those food poisonings.
Yes, because I avoid aluminium foils.
Yes. So long-term food poisoning actually is caused by aluminium, too much of aluminium cooking. And here we have a cast iron, pure cast iron pot. So, and I think at this point, are we done? Or just a few more minutes?
Just a few more minutes and we're done.
Yeah. All right, we want to take a quick stand. So Sister will show us this completed product and how she serves it with the rice and the chips, right? Are you going to serve it with chips, the lobster as well?
Yes.
Chips and rice.
Yes.
Fantastic. Wow. Move that from me. Watch your hand.
Gee.
Okay.
So normally when someone buys our marinated products, they use how much sauce they want.
Yes.
I like mine saucy, but my husband likes it just a little drizzled on top. So I'm going to make him happy today.
Fantastic, right? Subhanallah.
And I also have my secret hot sauce, which I absolutely love. And it gives it such a lovely color.
Wonderful. Does give it an added rich color.
Yes, it gives it such a deep color, and it won't be drenched in the sauce, so it's not all hot.
Right.
So the last bit you have is your parsley over it, your little spring onions, and then you serve it with a lemon wedge and your rice.
Your chips and your rice.
Your chips or your rice.
Yeah. So can we do this? And can you see the finished product here? Looks absolutely stunning. Pervez, eat your heart out. This is the final product, but in a little moment, we're going to be actually we have to take a break right now. We're really running over time, but we want to say Jazakallah, and after the break, you're going to show us the lobster. That takes a bit of time and it's prepared in a very similar way. Stay with us, we'll be back in a bit.